Part two, why time? Why is the vision yet for a point in time? Remember, Genesis 15:1, and the word of the Lord came to Abraham in the vision. Well, the word came to Abraham in the vision, and words are seeds, and seeds have seasons, so do visions. God, time is the fourth dimension. God uses time to drip release his eternal completed will into the earth realm. God uses time to drip release his eternal will into the earth realm. Remember, man works from an idea, he develops a process to yield a product. God is not like us. God starts with completed products, backs it up in process. Okay? So God perfects us first, then he backs us up in process. The vision is yet for a point in time. Because the first time we're introduced to God in Genesis chapter 1, God reveals himself to man through a divine process. Okay? So everything in the earth has a divine process attached to it. First the seed, then the blade, then the stalk, then the corn inside the stalk, and then the ripened corn. So it's a process. God uses time to process man and to bring him incrementally into what God has promised. The thing is, from the end, God declares the beginning, so he's outside of time and calling us unto himself. Since God invented time, he uses it like a womb to birth his intention in the earth realm. And I'll leave you with this verse, Isaiah 14:24. Surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have purposed it, so shall it stand. So sometimes when we're waiting on God and waiting on God and waiting on God, we can get a little puffed up. His soul's lifted up is not right. But the just are going to live by his faith. So faith causes us to be humble. You can't live by faith without hearing, because faith cometh by hearing and hearing by the voice of God. So it's something about how we depend and trust on God's voice and wait on him. So you know what? I want to wait on him. God promised a child at 75. He didn't hold the baby till 100. That's 25 years. I said, God, that's unfair. Why do you make people wait so long before you give them what you promised? And God said, son, I do this to build character in them. Because if there's a flaw in the man's character, there will also be a flaw in the man's ministry. When the Lord said that, I threw my hands up and I'll tell you what I told him. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting.